YouTube, what the Star Wars Empire at War crap is going on? HeirofCarthage back on Star Wars Empire at War. And actually, I need to turn the sound back up a little. I had it turned down while I was recording some Total War Arena because I need to adjust the music volume on there so that it's not so loud. In any case, yeah, so you're going to notice that this looks different than where we last left off, and I haven't made one of these episodes in a little while, and the main reason is because I actually made you a couple episodes, but both of them were like 30 or 40 minutes of extremely tedious, like defending level 1 space stations, losing that space station, chasing the fleet that destroyed it, destroying their space station, and back and forth with the pirates and the Empire. So without exaggeration, since where the last episode left off and at this point, you're seeing about 7.5 hours probably of time that I put into this over, a week or two. And I've killed probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 150 to 200 Star Destroyers. And the countless rebel fleets are also insane. So basically the AI was attacking me whenever I was timing it. I was averaging 5 seconds of campaign map time at some points. And all I did though was I would fight them back and then just tirelessly press forward, taking these pirate worlds, even though I was sometimes losing my own worlds. But just trying to get rid of the Zan Consortium over here. But the Empire has attacked me relentlessly. And on Sullust, for instance, they had like a level 5 space station. I destroyed it. They built it back to a 3. I destroyed that. They built it back to a 2. I destroyed that. It's back to a 2 after that. So same thing on Eridu. I've destroyed their space station here probably 4 or 5 times. I've destroyed their space station on Kashyyyk several times. And they just keep coming back. So they're feeding ships in apparently from this interior part of their empire. And there's one of a few things happening in my mind. One is that the AI is getting crazy cheat money, which I don't know if that really happens in this game. Or two, they were not spending money in the early campaign, and now they are just spending like crazy, throwing it and attacking, because they were pretty passive, the Empire was. The Zan Consortium has been tough, but nothing like the Empire. They have thrown everything at me, non-stop. So yeah, it's been some tough turns. You can see they have a fleet sitting here over Polis, but they've never moved it or done anything else with it. I did try what you all suggested, and taking in like little raiding armies to try and take a planet. It is impossible versus the Zan Consortium. Everything they have is good. So like if you go try and take T4B tanks, for instance, I made some T4B tanks. They all got killed attempting to take this planet. They had everything they had could shoot down my speeders, and it could kill my T4B tanks extremely easy. And the reason behind that is just because everything the Zan Consortium has is really good at shooting through shields. It's long range. It's all that other kind of stuff. They even have infantry units that'll shred your tanks. So I could not take this planet with 4 units. It just wasn't going to happen. And there's most of these little planets that it won't happen because the Zan Consortium's units are insane. They're absolutely insane. And they have those stupid tanks of theirs all over the place, and they get tons of garrison units, and they have all kinds of weird abilities, so it just was not going to happen. Even with Jedi support, and you can see that Garmbel Iblis got killed. I'm waiting for him to respawn here. Even his tank gets shredded by the pirates because everything they have shoots through shields, and his tank relies on those shields for protection. So he's almost worthless sometimes against certain consortium units. So anyway, that's why you're not going to see me using the little raiding army. Some of you might be like, Air, what's the raiding army? So the rebels have a special capability as a faction. See this little star here? That means this could be a raiding fleet. You can have up to 4 non-hero units in it, or like 4 population count. And you can take it, and you can see that I can move it into a raid position here. And basically, I could go raid that planet with those few units, and if you take it, it destroys the space station in orbit and automatically turns it over into your control. Now, such a thing might work fairly well against the Empire with certain units, but it is very difficult to achieve with the against the Zan Consortium, and it's mainly just because their units are all OP shield shooting monsters. Basically, and unfortunately, you cannot take artillery in raid, or actually, yeah, you can take artillery in raid. I tried this. We'll try it again, and I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about. We'll just get a few units and see what we can do here. We'll take a small raid force, and I'll just kind of show you how it works. And maybe we can take an Imperial planet. But like I said, it does not work well against the Consortium. Now, just kind of give you an idea of where I'm at, what I'm doing. I'm retraining fighters all over the place. Admiral Akbar's fleet took some horrendous losses, killing some big space stations that the consortium had down here. I am building other ships, so like right here I have a pretty nice little fleet back at Mon Calamari. And I have, unfortunately, because this little Imperial fleet is sitting over in Al Hudda, I really don't have a means to get it back and connect with Akbar here, unfortunately. So I need to get some decent ships back over to Akbar. And Geonosis here has a level 3 space station, so I could actually probably at least get some support ships trained to help out Akbar. I think for now, well, I don't have a ton of money just yet. Let's get the fighters into him. That'll be a good enough start. So let's see what we got here. I got 4 B wings, 3 A wings, another A wing there. So let's go ahead and try and get some ships down to reinforce Akbar. And this is what I'm talking about. You saw how quick that is. This has been happening absolutely nonstop. So like as soon as I rebuild the space station at Bothawui, the Empire just comes and attack it. And you can see here that they're moving into Tatooine and they're about to attack it too. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to waste your time with this stuff. See, they just did it at Tatooine too. I'm just going to auto-resolve. They can have it. I'm not going to waste the time. The Empire does that relentlessly at this point. If they want to try and take the ground, we'll fight them on that. But what we need to do is we need to get Akbar's fleet capable enough to come over here and destroy the space station at Shola, so that we can... yeah, see, they're moving more guys over to Tatooine. So really what we need to do is just kind of let them screw around here on the frontier, but keep a strong enough space station in a few spots. And actually we could avenge this with this little fleet here. Actually, they're in a pretty good position to do just that. Let's move over here. So you can see the Empire just kind of raiding through all my little planets here, trying to be a bunch of crotches. So what I do from time to time is I'll send my own raiding fleet back, and I'm just going to swing through here, destroying more and more Star Destroyers. But Admiral Akbar should be ready in a minute. Once he gets fighter support, I can take him over here and destroy the space station at Shola. And we should be able to, at that point, bring these Mon Cal cruisers in, and we'll start a push back against the Empire. And we should be able to cause some good damage. I need to get the corruption off my planets too, and we'll focus on that once I get some funds in the next Galactic. Well, actually, we just got the funds, so yeah, we should be able to take care of all that. Let's begin this battle, have some fun here. So yeah, this campaign just got very tedious. I enjoy it, but man, it is tough. And I didn't want you all to have to watch 7.5 hours, which would account for probably like, my gosh, what would that be? It'd be like 14 episodes over the course of 7 weeks of me basically doing the same thing. So some of you may be like, yeah, I would have liked to have seen that. I know some of you would have, but man, trust me, it would have probably made people just quit watching this campaign because they would have gotten sick of the tedious nature of it. Like I said, I didn't mind playing it, and I didn't want to give up on it, but I have to consider when I put videos up what is going to be entertaining for people, and what's going to make people want to watch videos or not watch it, and that is probably something that makes them want to not watch it.
Reinforcements en route.
A-Wing Squadron reporting.
B-Wing Squadron reporting.
Okay, I'm just going to get all my ships grouped up the way I want. We're going to go destroy this Imperial space station up here above Kashyyyk. I'm not even interested in taking the planet. These are just retaliation raids to pay the Empire back for the bullcrap that they do to me. And this is the kind of stuff like that we've kind of just been trading back and forth with each other. And I do this so that they don't get overconfident. The Empire loves to do that. They love to bring up a missile cruiser or a Tartan cruiser, and they will just cheap shot all of your fighters. So I've learned that when fighting the Empire, you approach with your cruisers up front, and that way you can absorb fire, and if you see bombers on the horizon, you can usually get your fighters up in time to prevent any major damage. Using the Mon Cal frigates is actually a little more ideal for this because they have that special ability that like shoots the stuff out in a big circle and blows up fighters. So they are excellent escort ships for Mon Cal cruisers. So the Rebels really do have some pretty capable space units. They're not overly strong, but they're capable and they're specialized, whereas the Empire kind of has like a lot of brute force units like the giant Super Star Destroyer, the Death Star, and all that other stuff. This is what I'm talking about right here, where that Tartan cruiser is going to try and get up here. I'm not worried with my my cruisers until I see TIE bombers, so I don't worry about their TIE fighters. and their Tartan cruiser got jacked up pretty bad there, so that's good. And yeah, you can see the enemy acclimator just got absolutely pummeled. I'm gonna attack the space station's hangar first. I gotta get my you can see the horde of TIE bombers over here. I'm gonna bring my bombers in from the side, and I'm just gonna go straight in and focus on their bombers. I'm gonna go after this interdictor with my bombers real quick. Once we get rid of the hangar, I'll actually there we go. We're getting a lot of the bombers. We need to stay after the bombers. Some of the TIE bombers are loose on me. I'm gonna go ahead and send my bombers up against the enemy facility. Ooh, this ship's getting wrecked up pretty bad. We got more bombers over here though. We got to get over here and take out the defenders. Come on. One of our Moncal cruisers is getting pretty jacked up. I'm going to try and retreat it a little. Let's keep looking for bombers right here, defenders. My own bombers, I'm going to start neutralizing the space station. And as soon as we get these TIE bombers out of the way, our Moncal cruiser it's probably not going to escape. Unfortunately, we're going to lose it here. I think I came in a little too hot. Should have brought my bombers in sooner to support. So we are going to lose a Moncal cruiser. That's pretty devastating. But fortunately, I've been training more. I'm going to keep cleaning up fighters here. And you can see that my own bombers have dispatched the enemy space station rather quickly. A-Wings are extremely efficient at killing enemy fighters. They're really quite good. And then, of course, B-Wings are some excellent, excellent bombers. They do have a Tartan cruiser over here, so we'll want to keep an eye out for that. Yeah, you can see my A-Wings really mopped up a crud load of fighters. Let's just keep an eye out on that Tartan cruiser. There we go. We lost a Nebulon B frigate too. So again, acceptable losses I think for the time being because I have reinforcements. And this is just a way of us getting revenge. So we're going to kill quite a few Imperial units. Let's get our fighters away from that. Get over here, please. Get away from the dang Tartan cruiser. Gosh dang it. See that? Just like how quick the stupid Tartan cruiser wipes out two of my B-Wings. And I hate losing fighters because they're easy to lose and you definitely need them for the effort that you're going to use them for here. Let's see. Somewhere there's some enemy fighters left. Hopefully it's not another stupid Tartan cruiser. They seem to be extremely, and I know that's what they're built for, but when they get used against your fighters, they are extremely proficient. And the enemy missile cruisers, like the Imperial missile cruisers, whenever I use them, I don't tend to find them all that useful versus fighters, but again, I've learned in this campaign if the Imperials have a broadside cruiser, you got to keep that thing so far away from your forces that it's not even funny. And right now there's an Imperial unit hiding, stuck somewhere. So we're just gonna have, there it is. It looks like it's an interceptor unit, so that's not a big deal. Let's bring our A-Wings over. Alright, yeah, we got a couple of interceptor units. Let's just get our A-Wings in here. They should wipe out the interceptors pretty quickly. I'm going to use that lure fighters. We can kind of lure in all the interceptors and finish them off there. There we go. Got rid of all those interceptors. Let's go back into fast forward and just search for more, see what we can find. Like I said, somewhere there's Imperials hiding. We're just gonna have to kind of go out in the search pattern here. This has been happening to me recently. This didn't happen early in the campaign, but now it seems like the Empire will start a hyperspace run and then they'll abort it. Because the ships they have left don't have hyperspace, but they'll just like run away from you with their fighters. It's really quite odd. So yeah, I'm gonna have to just circle around a few times here on the mini-map trying to flush out. There they are. There we go. So there's a TIE fighter squadron that's clear across there. So yeah, we took out 2 victory cruisers, a level 2 space station, 3 interdictors, and 2 acclimators. though it was not a clean victory for me. It was a decent one. So again, this is very common, to the point, like, I kid you not, there was one battle where I killed 21 interdictors and 18 victory cruisers. So it is very common for that to be happening right now. Very, very common. Looks like we got this stupid Zan Consortium force that ran over from Kessel. I have some decent fighter cover here. I don't really have any bombers, and some bombers would be nice. The reason why I'm a little bit concerned, well, none of these ships here are all that concerning, really. Let's move back and get the consortium off the top of Selokami. I have several Moncal cruisers here, and I'm gonna keep pumping out Moncal cruisers.
Our space station is under attack.
Our space station? I have a space station. No, maybe I have platforms or something that's still up there. Yeah, that's what it is. So let's
that this planet's defenses could be very powerful.
I'm gonna
counting on you to remove all enemy forces protecting the planet.
I'm gonna count on Moncal cruisers for my punishing power, and I'm gonna use these little missile corvettes to take on enemy fighters, because I hate all the buzz droids that come around. Whenever you have A-wings around it, you'll end up losing a lot of A-wings to buzz droids.
On my way.
So what we'll do,
Form up. Awaiting orders.
we'll put these guys as Group 3.
Copy that.
We'll put these guys in
Orders,
Group
sir.
1
Marauder
and Group
cruiser
2.
here.
Yeah, right there.
Orders, sir. Here, sir. Weapons armed.
I'm gonna move my gunboats up to smoke these skip raid blast boats. They will jack up your Moncal cruisers pretty bad. And these
Cruiser reporting.
Reporting.
these little gunboats are pretty good, or should be theoretically pretty good
Your
at
orders.
cleaning off fighter screens. And these other missile cruisers I know are good at it.
Advancing.
And like I said, my whole goal here is to not lose A-wings. I have platforms, or no, these may be even, these are Imperial platforms actually, because the Empires rolled through here previously as well. Look at their Nebulon B frigate getting pizzoned by three Moncal cruisers.
Consider it done.
Roger.
Ready. Proceed
Yeah, you can
to
see that
location.
there's constant steady stream of missiles coming out from all the support ships is always nice.
Responding.
Roger that.
I'm gonna try and get some missiles off on those Star Vipers. Yeah, you can see you can smoke them out. And you also see little plus numbers coming out from the consortium ships. When I captured Nal Hutta, basically the Hutts are paying me bounties for killing the consortium because the Hutts don't like the consortium. It's kind of like a rival crime syndicate.
Charged. Open fire on those
Awaiting
laser
orders.
cannons.
I'm gonna keep my gunboats back from the front. Like I said, they're just more of a support force, while my my Moncal cruisers do the heavy hitting. You can see how quickly they can wipe out like a little Nebulon B frigate. I want to get up here and
Take out their guns.
there they go. They're gonna get away with a few forces, but we'll end up paying back the consortium pretty nicely for their bullcrap at Selokami. So we're gonna return to Galactic. I wonder. Let's resume just briefly.
Setting course.
Take Akbar through here. Pause again. I have to pause quite a bit at this point in the game just to make sure that we're. Let's resume game. Put Yoda up there. Remove some corruption.
Construction complete.
Akbar to here.
Complying with orders.
A-wing squadron
A-wing
reporting.
squadron.
Construction complete.
Smooth
A-wing
these
squadron
guys over.
reporting.
We have a sufficient fleet to take out the space station, so I need to keep the pressure.
Squadron reporting.
I've got to keep the pressure on the Zan Consortium down here and just secure these planets. And of course, then I can build them up to, be able to defend themselves and also support with earning me more credits. So yeah, this is kind of what I've had to do. And I noticed that if you start trying to take your time and turtle up and build units, the AI will just run you over relentlessly. And so the only way you can even begin to slow them down is just to attack them as fast and as often as you can. Like I said, that's really what I've found to be the key
Try
here.
to separate the defending units to pick them apart.
I'm going to actually run a little Nebulon B frigate up in front of my other capital ships with the purpose of
There they are.
attracting fire from
Reinforcements en route.
enemies. I'm only going to bring in 4 A-wings, and then I'm going to run kind of a little ruse here. I'm going to bring in a lot of B-wing bombers.
Reinforcements en route. Reinforcements en route.
I'm going to save those 2 A-wings. I know I could bring them in, but I'm going to, or at least one of them, I'm going to save them. And the reason is because that way if I lose all my fighters that are on the screen here, I'll at least have a couple more as like a fallback. Like if for some reason I screw things up and there's a lot of blast boats everywhere, it could end up being a problem. So I'm going to run these bombers all the way across the top of the map. I'm going to lock the rest foils because they'll be a little bit faster.
Standing by.
Let's move up and try and capture these platforms. They'll be a great spot to start defending from. So
Reporting in.
we'll just bring that main fleet up there. Okay, yeah. So what I plan to do is kind of sneak my bombers in from the north side of this map, and I'll quickly swing them down, wipe out the hangar and the special weapon before I ever even move my my capital ships within striking distance. Okay, so we're gonna start building up.
Constructing.
Oh, actually, let's build one of these as a repair platform. Well, I don't even know if the rebels have access to that. It may just be an Imperial thing. No, we can build a repair satellite. Okay, we got a lot of enemy fighters swarming in the close forefront there. They're going to be getting tons of reinforcements from their space station. That's fine. We just want to keep my A-wings away from that Corvette. And then all we want to do is just bring this fleet up right here, and we're going to park it right here by these satellites.
Moving into position.
Construction complete.
Okay. And our goal here will just be to lure enemy units out from a distance.
Yes, Commander.
I kind of want to move Akbar.
Frigate reporting.
Why'd you waste your
Nebulon
special?
B frigate here.
Okay. Alright, like I said, our goal here is just to lure enemy fighters up near our platforms and our fighter support. And we'll start kind of wiping them out. Yeah, look right there, you got the stupid buzz droids all over my guys. But see, when you lure them up close to all the Moncal frigates, this is exactly what we want. We just got to watch out for hordes of buzz droids. They will kill all your A-wings, and they will do it extremely rapid. They don't hurt your capital ships, though. I'm going to get over here and try and build another missile turret up. This...
I am with you.
Okay, that's just our Nebulon B frigate that's lost its shield, so no big concern.
Order. Acknowledged.
Get away from that. No. Focus fire there. Okay, this is the time to bring our bombers in because all their units are distracted. We need to get in here and see. When I wasn't paying attention, my A-wings got wrecked by the battle droids and the Corvettes. And then that would leave Akbar wide open to all this blast boat activity. But it looks like Akbar is going to survive, and my Nebulon B frigate worked as excellent bait. Get these guys. So my B-wings just wrecked the hangar. We're going to turn around and make another run real quick on their special weapon and their mass drivers. So their special weapon should get wrecked in one more pass. And like I said, we just want our fighters. Our fighters are still getting wrecked by buzz droids, unfortunately.
Ready.
Okay, we're doing good here, though. We're losing some fighters, but it's all good. Where's the mass drivers on this thing? Right here. The mass drivers are actually decent against fighters. You can see that I've actually lost quite a few B-wings here. Ion cannon, turbo laser, ion special weapon. Let's get rid of the special weapon. I can't believe they've killed that many of my B-wings with just their space station. Like I said, the Zan Consortium is really a bunch of horse crap.
Standing by. Fire.
Okay. Those Star Vipers aren't going to do anything. Okay, we've gotten rid of most of the shield penetrating weapons for the consortium. And we managed to keep most of our fighters.
Building started.
There we go. As long as Akbar survives, I kept my I managed to keep my Moncal frigates. Losing a few bombers for destroying a level 4 space station is probably a small price to pay. But you see how we kind of just use this group as a distraction, and then let our B-wings, which are probably a little easier to replace, a little more sacrificial. But I mean, even still, they're still taking huge losses to the space station.
Reporting it.
I mean, I'm gonna lose almost all these bombers probably. The stupid mass drivers are actually pretty decent versus
Yes, Commander.
fighters, it seems. Hopefully I can keep these 4 B-wings. I don't want to lose any more of them. B-wings are really quite efficient bombers. TIE defenders are also extremely good. So there we go. We took out the space station at Shola. So now we want to quickly get that army under the control of Luke Skywalker. Wow, we lost a lot of fighters. We can retrain fighters though.
Removing corruption.
That's a very minimal
Vehicle in
loss there.
production.
So like there, we'll get our A-wings back, and here we'll just retrain our B-wings. So you got to be quick though to get that stuff done. There's already more B-wings here, and the nice thing is that this land army will actually get some bomber support. Let's resume the game. I hate this. Come on! I'm gonna get attacked. Dang it!
Corruption has been removed.
Let's get these
Right
guys
away.
over here. All right, so we removed that corruption.
Construction complete.
Let's remove
Removing
more.
corruption.
Let's pause again.
Construction
Let's get
complete.
Kenobi up here.
Corruption has been
Construction
removed.
complete.
Is there some reason why? There we go.
Very well.
All right, so we got everything in position to attack Shola. So let's. Looks like they got IG-88 and Bosk here, a couple of bounty hunters that were. You saw Bosk in Empire Strikes Back. I think IG-88 was kind of an expanded universe character, if I remember right. Though
Invasion
was he
commencing.
standing there on the Star Destroyer whenever Vader was hiring the bounty hunters? I honestly can't remember. All they have here is a palace and a barracks, which ought to be relatively easy to deal with. The biggest threat was up in space, I think. And we have bombing runs to assist us, which will be very important, very helpful against the OP shielded Zan Consortium buildings.
Reinforcements cancelled.
I got Luke. I think
Strike at the heart of the enemy. Take out their
Trying to think
structures
what we
and their
should
ground
do.
forces will retreat.
Course plotted.
these little tanks are not very strong, but they're cheap,
Adjusting navigator.
and there's a bunch of them. I might use them to kind of shield Luke and see if we can get...
Yes.
I am going to go ahead and go over here and build a little Bacta station, just in case Luke has to go invisible, run away, and come back here to heal.
We've secured a build pad.
Okay, get the Bacta station.
T2B over.
Let's try and move to
On
take
it,
this...
I'm with you. I understand. Stay close to me.
T2B, copy.
Construction
Yeah, the
complete.
T2Bs are extremely
Enemy
weak.
is approaching.
The T4Bs are a lot more handy. Oh, I forgot. These are the stupid
Cannon
people that can
charged.
completely keep a vehicle
Weapons
stuck.
ready.
Annoying freaks. There we go.
Course plotted. Adjusting navigator.
These guys are so freaking annoying. Look, they can just shoot your vehicle and like they'll just get all your vehicles just sitting still to get wrecked. Of course, like I said, Zan Consortium never OP.
Main cannons charged. Advancing. Attack!
I'm here.
Gonna capture that
I copy.
point while I try and destroy all these stupid nuisance warriors here.
Open fire!
Let me help you.
Looks like Luke's over here taking out some mercenary assault squads.
Understood.
Armor standing by.
Skywalker here.
I did some sweet lightsaber throw. Yeah, let's see you take out Luke here, you jerk. That's right.
Don't underestimate me.
Armor ready. Attack that
IG-88's about to get hosed.
Advance.
Commander Skywalker.
I'm gonna let Luke keep killing all these guys. I'm gonna lose a bunch of these little T4B or T2B tanks, but I don't really care.
I'm going. On my way.
Destroyed.
Roger that.
There we go.
Forward.
Stupid Merc assault squad.
Attacking target.
Awaiting your signal.
We've secured a
There we go.
land.
Now we're
En
talking.
route. Moving to coordinates.
At
En route.
maximum unit capacity.
Copy. Be right there.
Gonna get some speeders. Yeah, stupid Xan Consortium went and hopped in their dumb little building there.
Right away.
We've secured a
Let's
build
get
pad.
a back to station put in here. Basically, I just need to keep Luke alive. These units are a little more sacrificial.
What's the mission?
Who's this moron?
Construction complete.
There's Bosk running around over there. He's kind of like, I think he's similar to
Right.
Boba Fett as far as abilities.
Standing by.
And Boba Fett's not a bad ground unit.
Ready to go.
Okay. I'm gonna roll these
Location.
speeders in to see what we can take care of up here.
We've secured
Executing
a
flyby.
build pad.
We're going in.
Enemy back to station. Let's call a bombing run in
Y-Wing Squadron reporting.
on this
Gold Squadron commencing
facility.
attack.
See if we can drop its shields so that my... Oh crap, they got a stupid turret over there.
Roger that.
Come on.
I have visual contact.
Look at that. My bombers didn't even drop the shields on the Xan Consortium palace. And there's a stupid turret over here that's going to kill all my speeders. So... I'm going to have to...
Transmit the order.
Repair station.
Let's just bring my speeders back, and for now, let's have them destroy this little... Oh crap, there's another Xan Consortium turret there.
Ready for attack.
Doesn't look like it can shoot back though, so let's take it out.
Construction
There we go.
Initiating sweep.
Try and flush that Merc assault squad out of there.
Copy.
I'm gonna repair these T2B tanks.
Bombardment available.
I copy.
That bombardment, I wonder if it would drop the shields on that building. It probably would, but I still don't really have anything here with any serious firepower.
Yes.
Let's use Luke to see if we can get this mercenary assault squad out of here.
As easy as bullseye womp rats.
There we go.
I am a Jedi.
Good for you, Luke.
Ready, sir.
Chase down that assault squad. I'm gonna bring Luke up, and I'm gonna use him to kind of clear the way. Really? Why are you guys not dead? Thank you.
I'll help any way I
Ready for
can.
orders.
There's Bosk right there. I'm gonna try and tear him up a little bit.
Stay close to me.
Put Luke on grouping 2.
We've secured a
Roger
build
that.
pad.
I've got a lock.
Make another back to station. Luke is not real strong, but you know he can get away from certain scenarios pretty well.
Keep going.
I'm here.
And he's pretty handy at like getting rid of certain stuff that speeders and other rebel things aren't so good at taking out.
Waiting orders.
We'll just support Luke, but we're gonna keep the speeders back from that turret that's threatening them. Oh, like this one?
Copy.
Let me help
I
you.
copy.
Fortunately, the turret's shooting at Luke, I think. And it damaged him a little bit.
Reporting.
But we got rid
How
of
can
it.
I help you?
Yeah, but man, it sure thrashed him pretty bad.
We've secured a build pad.
Yes, sir. Open fire.
Skywalker here.
I gotta build another back to station. You gotta like just be pouring back all over Luke all the time. He likes his back to bath.
Commander.
He is good at taking out buildings though. He would be pretty handy in a raiding party if you could keep him alive. Like I said, it's hard to use your ground units to support Luke and Yoda too well because they will get overwhelmed. A good raiding force though might include like Yoda, Kenobi, and Luke all in one.
Ready. Attack that target.
Commander Skywalker reporting.
I'm gonna get over here and try and wipe out this.
You're overconfident.
Reporting in. Scouting location. Executing flyby.
There we go.
Where do you need me? Last mistake they'll ever make.
Wow,
There they are.
there's like grenadiers everywhere.
Awaiting your signal.
Ready to go. You all right? Tagging target.
Crap.
Copy.
Make Luke invisible.
Won't see anything. I understand.
Whew, that was close. That was real close.
Understood.
Unit
Now that stupid thing's destroying all my speeders. There we go.
Copy.
We barely got away with Luke there. That was extremely lucky. That's what I'm saying. The Zan Consortium doesn't have any problem getting rid of
The
Jedi.
mission.
But Luke's special ability there is extremely handy.
Ready, sir.
You can use it to save him from some kind of death-defying situations.
Targeting.
Skywalker.
I'm gonna bring Luke over here so we can supply him with another back-to-bath location.
I'm on them.
We've secured a building.
He's already getting shot by something. Yeah, another grenadier over here.
Ready for orders.
I do like getting credits for every stupid Zan Consortium thing that I kill. That's pretty sweet. Appreciate the Hutts contributing to the anti-Zan Consortium feeling that I have.
We're going in.
Definitely gonna be able to wipe these guys out. Then it's pretty much smooth sailing from there.
Be right there.
Those grenadiers sure are annoying.
Form up. Ground target locked. Ready.
And again, I like how like the Zan Consortium, a ton of their infantry has sprint, but only like Han Solo and Chewbacca have that for the Rebellion. Again, Zan Consortium not OP. It's just, it's perfectly balanced, makes perfect sense.
Copy. Initiating sweep.
Yes. I'll help any way I can.
Okay, so let's bring Luke
Over
down
there.
here.
You got it.
I copy.
Got another bombing run we can use.
Y-wing standing by.
I wonder why it's Y-wings whenever I have B-wings in orbit, but you know, hey, whatever.
Target's locked.
I have visual contact.
Speeder's definitely not possessing a lot of firepower, but they make up their value in just being kind of that versatile unit that helps you get all around the battlefield very quickly.
We've secured a build pad.
I think I made a repair station there, whoops.
Stay close to me. You can count on me.
Reporting.
Capture this,
got
destroy
him
this
locked.
guy.
Attack.
And they got a few more infantry kind of around the map like
Fire.
these guys over here.
I'm here.
Construction complete. We've secured
There we
a
go,
landing
got another
zone.
landing zone.
Yes, sir.
Looks like we wiped out those
Moving all the
infantry.
way back.
There we go.
We've
So-
secured a
We've taken Shola. What do you mean 2 of these guys? How many of those guys did I kill? Because it seemed like more than 2 of them. Just saying. I like that salvage collected and all other stuff. Alright, so let's return to Galactic. We're going to have to pause it. So there we've kind of gotten the last Zan Consortium building out from behind us, though Zan Consortium, crap, what was I going to say? Planet, yes, not building. Planet. There's a difference between a building and a planet here.
removing corruption.
I probably do need to go ahead and call it quits now, though, because I'm out of time. Once I start playing this game, I just can't stop. This game is like addictingly fun for me. I enjoy it thoroughly. Let's make sure that Mon Calamari just continues to
Unit
crank
in
out
production.
important
Vehicle in
ships
production.
here. Like just kind of a,
Constructing unit.
we'll have a nice variety of
Constructing unit.
units coming out of this
Vehicle in
shipyard
production.
over there. We've got fighters churning out here. We've got fighters churning out here, so we'll be able to replenish Akbar's fleet to the point where he's self-sustaining. Look, the Empire's about to run an attack on me. Up here at Kashyyyk. Yeah, they're going to run a counterattack up on me up here, but I got enough bombers and stuff to hold off against a pretty substantial Imperial fleet. I don't have a lot of capital ship firepower, but again, the bombers should be able to help me handle it. So that'll probably be where we start next time. Hope you all enjoyed this. Again, hopefully you all also understand why I skipped the 7.5 hours of completely tedious. I know that some of you would have liked to have seen me wipe out the Zan Consortium down here, but it was just wild, and now I've kind of got this campaign back into a flow that is more watchable. Like you saw today, we're making attacks, we're taking things, you know, it's not just me defending against level 1 space stations non-stop. So that, again, to me, that's the important take-home from why I did what I did there. So anyway, hope you all enjoyed it. HeirofCarthage signing off for now.